You're watching NTC News, DeKalb County's only television news source, on the campus of Northern Illinois University and from the Northern Television Center. This is NTC News Tonight.
Downtown DeKalb could be receiving a makeover. Good evening, I'm Isom. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Satta, Kendor. A hotel, additional shopping, and possibly even high-end apartments could see the light of day. NTC reporter Lark Lewis shows us how downtown DeKalb could be getting its facelift.
Right now, the Pearl Street Lincoln Highway intersection is an empty lot, but Shoding Construction is looking to change that.
The addition of a hotel for the downtown area would be a great, for the university to be good, because we could get some of the visiting teams to stay here in town instead of some of the other places that they do now.
Shoding Group has plans for a Spring Hill Suites Marriott hotel with conference room space and a variety of room options.
Well, I think it'll have some impact, particularly in the restaurants in the downtown area, so folks from the hotel will be able to walk to downtown. That'll certainly help with the long-term sales tax revenue for the city.
Shoding isn't just stopping with the hotel. The proposed development, called University Park Commons, could feature higher-end apartments and possible retail space.
I think commercial retail space would be advantageous to that neighborhood. It would be an excellent transition from our downtown shopping area and the university campus toward the west.
Shoding hopes University Park Commons will bring a new life to the historic Lincoln Highway, with the development being geared towards young professionals. For NTC News, I'm Lark Lewis.
Thanks, Lark. Renovations for DeKalb may not be the only thing blowing in. Strong winds swept through DeKalb County Friday. Thousands lost power as wind tossed trampolines and blew semi-trucks off the road. The traffic lights on Hillcrest and First Street are still damaged because of the high winds. In the meantime, the intersection will be a four-way stop.
So as more and more time it rocked back and forth, it started moving around, and the electricians realized that it would be to everyone's best interest to get it to the ground before it fell and potentially hurt somebody or damage the signal or anything like that. So we've discontinued.
A victim of the Fairdale tornado has died in a freak workplace accident. 36-year-old Chris Thick has been killed after an accident last Tuesday. A forklift slid off the back of a work truck, killing Thick. His fiancée, Jackie Jordan, says the father of three's death is a shock. The family has been rebuilding their home after last year's tornado destroyed it. A GoFundMe page has been established to help aid Thick's family financially.
Crime Stoppers is seeking information about a series of connected break-ins. 4 burglaries took place within a 2-day period around Cortland and Sandwich. Police believe the crimes are related. The crimes involve breaking the front door and then taking an unknown amount of money. If you have any information, contact the DeKalb County Crime Stoppers.
A DeKalb man has been airlifted after a car crash early Sunday morning. 26-year-old Eric Audens was seriously injured after crashing his car into a tree around 2:45 a.m. Sunday. Audens was traveling south on Route 23 in Victor Township, where he was ejected from his car on impact. He was treated by paramedics at the scene before being flown to Advocate Good Samaritan Hospital in Downers Grove. Police say alcohol may have been a factor.
Brian Bemis Toyota is moving from DeKalb to Sycamore. Brian Bemis Toyota was given approval to move from its current location in DeKalb to Mercantile Drive in Sycamore. The dealership says the move will allow for greater employment in the DeKalb-Sycamore area and will generate up to $3.2 million in vehicle sales tax over the next 10 years. Before making the decision to move, the dealership approached the city of DeKalb for funds to renovate their current location. But the city turned down a $600,000 loan from the business last February. The deal fell outside the city guidelines.
And while one area of Sycamore is creating jobs, another is taking them away. Sycamore School District 427 has approved teacher layoffs. The board approved a 3-year, $3.8 million budget reduction plan. Superintendent Kathy Countryman says the goal is to have the district's budget balanced by the end of the next school year. District 427 will eliminate 14 teaching positions including physical education, music, arts, and technology staff. Although the board set aside time for a public meeting hearing about the layoffs, there is no public comment from the nearly 50-person crowd gathered last night.
Students have failed the GET test at Kishwaukee College in the past few years may want to double-check the scores. The GED testing services has lowered their passing scores for tests that were taken at any time in the past 2 years. Scores have been lowered from 150 as a passing score to now 145. This change affects nearly 1,500 people. This decision was made after 18-month-long analysis of test takers was done.
An NIU student is requesting donations to the People Together. Jacob Clayton posted a video to his Facebook page that has gone viral. In the video, Clayton is requesting donations to a GoFundMe page to purchase ties for young African American men in DeKalb and Chicago. The tie drive is a part of Clayton's plan to educate and teach young males the importance of first impression in his seminars and host workshops on how to tie a tie. Clayton says he wants to be able to leave a tie with as many students as he can after his seminars.
DeKalb residents who need help filing taxes may get some relief. The Good Taxes program, hosted by Goodwill, will run through April 15th. Courtney Geiger, Goodwill's Director of Mission Services, says the program provides an immediate impact.
Truck drivers may need to think twice before traveling down some DeKalb roads. Effective today, county crews will post signs limiting 8,000-pound vehicles to travel on some DeKalb highways. Stacey Richardson of the DeKalb County Highway Department says all highways under DeKalb's jurisdiction will have the same signage. Exceptions may be made during certain hours. Postings will remain in effect until frost is off the ground and roads are normal.
With the roads attempting to defrost, we sure hope warmer weather is on the way.
Emery Dhanens is here now to tell us if DeKalb could see warmer days. Emery, what is the weather looking like for the weekend?
Well, Saturday and Sunday we could see temperatures around 50 degrees, but until then it's going to be very windy and chilly. Let's take a look at Thursday, where we'll see temperatures in the upper 30s with winds gusting up to possibly 30 miles per hour and cloudy skies. To hear more about the warmer weather to come, stay with us. You're watching NTC News Tonight.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team.
Did you already switch it?
And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice, she's new.
hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you're all making the best of this gloomy day. It feels very cold out there today, although we are pretty warm in terms of temperature. 36 degrees, near normal for this time of year, but with those cloudy, overcast skies, and if you're outside, felt those gusty winds, that's making it feel a lot colder, gusting up to 32 miles per hour earlier today, and those strong winds are going to be sticking around. Let's take a look at the large scale where we have this low pressure system and counterclockwise flow around it, which for us here in DeKalb means that northeasterly flow. And this is one of the days that it's very hard to be a forecaster because we have the potential for some heavy snow right along a possibility of no snow. And also temperatures are certainly a factor where you could get some freezing rain or down in this warm sector rain. So it doesn't look like we are going to be that affected by the system. We did have some flurries earlier, and that may continue, but we're not going to get the brunt of the storm like these areas are. Now, as we go into Thursday, this low will track off to the northeast, leaving behind some rain and snow. And then going into Friday, we will see high pressure moving towards our area, which will bring sunnier skies and warmer conditions for later this week. Let's take it back to tonight, where we'll see partly cloudy skies, an overnight low of about 31 degrees, and we do have a chance of snow again with that system passing near our area. And those winds are going to be very gusty tonight, up to possibly 40 miles per hour, so it'll feel very chilly out there. As we go into Tuesday, those winds are still sticking around, but we will see a little bit more sunshine. We'll see a high of about 36 degrees, and as we go throughout the day, those clouds will be decreasing, so it'll get a little bit sunnier for Thursday. And then as we go into Thursday night, mostly cloudy skies, an overnight low of 23 degrees, and those winds are dying down more to what we're used to. Certainly not calm, but a lot better than those 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Again, Thursday partly cloudy, high of 36. Friday a little bit clear, high of 34. Then Saturday jumping up to possibly 47 degrees with forecasted sunny skies. And then Sunday we could even reach up to 52 degrees, but we do have a chance of rain. Then going into Monday, those temperatures will be dropping near 40 degrees, and we do have a chance of snow. So if you can, get outside on Saturday and Sunday with those near 50-degree temperatures and enjoy them if you can. That's all for weather. Let's send it back to the desk.
One Chicago university is ditching spring break this semester.
And a rally turns into a protest on Chicago's Magnificent Mile. Let's take a look at the news making headlines across the state of Illinois. These are today's state lines.
Chicago State University is canceling their spring break to keep the school open for the rest of the semester. A spokesperson for the university says they will run out of the money by the end of next month. CSU says that their spring semester will end on April 28th instead of May 13th. Illinois' public universities haven't received any funding from the state since last summer. Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders will be visiting the Southside University tomorrow.
Apple supporters received an unexpected turnout at yesterday's gathering. A small group of Apple supporters rallying in downtown Chicago were quickly outnumbered and overwhelmed by a different group of protesters. The protesters called for Mayor Rahm Emanuel and Cook County State's Attorney Anita Alvarez to step down following the police shooting of Laquan McDonald.
Chicago is tearing down buildings in an effort to curb crime. City officials are speeding up the demolition of 3 vacant buildings in the West Pullman neighborhood. Mayor Rahm Emanuel says the goal is to fight gang activity and crime. The city has demolished 14 buildings so far this year and boarded up another 400.
A proposed bill that would send over $72 million to NIU is floating around the State House now. The bill is being met with local resistance. State Representative Bob Pitchard has publicly criticized the measure, saying that giving out money without a budget is only adding fuel to a budget fire. Governor Rauner vetoed a similar bill recently that would have offered nearly $400 million to statewide MAP grant funding.
One presidential candidate is distancing himself from the pack.
And the CIA is setting sights on Apple. Here's what's happening now, today's World's Watch.
Donald Trump dominated the Nevada Republican caucus last night. This is the 3rd consecutive win for Trump, who is cementing his status as the Republican frontrunner. In South Carolina, the Democratic nominees are gearing up for this Saturday's primary. Both parties are hoping to gain steam and heading into Super Tuesday next week. 16 states will hold their primaries on next Tuesday.
CIA Director John Brennan chimed in on Apple's refusal to comply with FBI demands in an NPR interview this morning. Brennan says the FBI has a legitimate basis for wanting Apple to unlock the San Bernardino shooter's phone. Brennan raised doubts that there should have even be a debate when it comes to government access to secure information. Supporters of Apple's decision claim the request would give the government too much access to private data.
23 people are feared dead after a plane crash in Nepal. The flight crashed into the mountainous area of northern Nepal about halfway through a scheduled 19-minute flight, after a technical problem prevented the plane from landing. The pilot decided to return back, but as he attempted to turn around, the plane dropped out of the sky. Search and rescue efforts have been stalled due to dense fog.
Things are heating up as the United Kingdom is preparing for an historic vote. A proposal for the UK to leave the European Union will go to a vote this summer. Debate has intensified after a letter signed by some of the UK's largest companies warned about the move. However, 2/3 of the companies listed on Financial Times Stock Exchange did not sign the letter. Prime Minister David Cameron says this is actually because companies try to avoid political statements entirely. And that's today's World Watch.
Welcome back to another week of NTC Sports. I'm Mike Poirier. The Huskies took on Bowling Green at home. Let's see how that game ended. We start early in the first quarter. NIU is up 8-5. Bowling Green loses the ball. Trayvon Baker picks up the loose ball, and he dishes it off to Eric Armstead, who hits that three-pointer. NIU off to a strong start. Now on defense, Levi Bradley keeping it alive here with a huge block, keeping the NIU defense strong. Eric Armstead with the ball again. He drives the lane. NIU moving it around the top of the arc. Armstead will get the ball. He drives to the lane, goes up, misses the layup, but it's rebounded by Marin Maric. Nice rebound by Maric. He would finish the game with a double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds. Towards the end, Bowling Green would play tough defense. They were really trying to bring the game back in their favor, but NIU was persistent. Armstead here on the break. He would dribble, drive, fake, and he would go up with this nice layup. He led NIU with 14 points and led the Huskies to a win, 71-60. Staying with college basketball now, number 2 Kansas faced off with 19 Baylor last night. Let's see how that played out. Perry Ellis with the ball. He passes to Frank Mason, who gets the ball back to Ellis. Ellis goes up with the finish, 15-10 Kansas. Frank Mason with the ball now, and he pulls up for a deep three-pointer here with the hand in his face. Baylor, 20-15 Kansas. Baylor with the ball on the other end. Lester Medford crossover, fakes, and goes up for the contested three-pointer, putting Baylor up 21-20. End of the first half now, Baylor with a long inbound pass to Rico Gathers, and he hits the buzzer-beating three, putting Baylor up 36-33 at the half. Late in the second half now with Kansas down 1, Mason with the moves and the floater to put Kansas back up by 1, but on the other end, Medford to Al Freeman, 4-3, Baylor up 2. Back on the other end now, Kansas up 1. Devontae Graham lobs it from way out there, all the way to Wayne Selden for the slam. Kansas would hang on to win this game and is 1 win away from the Big 12 title. Staying with basketball now, but moving to the NBA, Kobe continued his farewell tour in Milwaukee against the Bucks, but it was the Greek Freak that stole the show. Let's see how that played out. Late second quarter, Kobe to Jordan Clarkson. He pulls up for the three and is fouled. 4-point play for Clarkson. Later on, Clarkson would pass to Kobe off a bounce pass. Kobe would go vintage Mamba for the step-back three. But the Bucks, they kept pounding the ball inside, hitting the Lakers with dunk after dunk. There wasn't much LA could do. As you can see, alley-oop, pass from Antetokounmpo to center. Jabari Parker on the break. Greek Freak here on his own, making it an 18-point game. Chris Middleton then off the turnover, off the backboard to the Greek Freak. It was 86-64 after that one. The Greek Freak would finish with 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists for the triple-double. The Bucks would get the win, 108-101. It's time for the play of the day. We're going to go to Milwaukee for this one. Let's check it out. Lou Williams loses the ball to Greg Monroe. Monroe passes it up to Chris Middleton. He would throw it off the backboard to the Greek Freak for the slam. Let's take a look at that one more time. Antetokounmpo goes up high and down hard for the great dunk. The Bucks get the win, and Antetokounmpo gets our play of the day. That's all for NTC Sports.
Every budget, so don't accept defeat. Now you can get covered and still buy me treats.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
Lego has just released some of their new figures, and one of the new figures is Hipster Stay-at-Home Dad. The father figure is seen pushing a stroller with a baby in it, dressed in jeans and a red checkered shirt, a sports beard, and a mop-top haircut. Lego's president says Lego is trying to portray the world around them and listen to their consumer base. The toy is a part of the Lego City line, which is set to be released this summer.
According to a Pew Research Center data, the number of stay-at-home dads has doubled since 1989. NTC News Tonight is produced and directed by students here at Northern Illinois University. We want to thank you all for being here with us.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll be back the same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, everyone.